Mike Blue here reporting for Film the Police Portland. I'm out here at disturbance call at a residence, and this is what it's like when I don't have my infrared illuminator on. And this is what it's like when I turn it on. Those two cops and that guy are standing about 15 or 16 yards away from me. And that's the difference between IR illumination and the regular CMOS sensor Sony NX70U camera that I have right now. So Bob is right there, and we're standing a little bit a ways from one another, so in case I become the focus of police attention, Bob can pan his camera over and protect me, and vice versa. So yeah, that's what's going on. I don't have my secondary illuminator. Usually I'll use a Steiner Optics Spear. That's SPIR, or a Evolvatech. It's basically an IR hunting flashlight that's mountable to a rifle. It's got like pick rail options, but I'm not using that tonight. You would get really great detailed night vision footage if I was using that, and I just accidentally didn't bring it in my backpack. So you get what you get. It's free on the internet. Enjoy. And here comes an ambulance. Guess it's a medical call then. So they have their lights on, so I'm gonna move locations. Hey Bob.
Hey.
I figured that van blocked the entirety.
Mm-hmm. So this was a strange call.
Yeah, it was.
Because it was called in as an open door. Guy got home.
Yeah.
Open door. He called the police, asking the police to come search the house.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden came over the radio that they needed AMR code 1.
Oh yeah, so then they needed an emergency call, huh?
Yeah.
So they're gonna take the guy to medical. Yeah, so we called it, Bob, when we put together that story about that guy that was carrying the hatchet. We put the story together that he was unarmed. He was shot in the back. The first shot was in the back.
Mm-hmm.
He let go of the. Yeah. So my IR is closer to him now, so you can see them quite a bit now, quite a bit better.
Okay, so that's in my airway seat. We're not leaving. Check yes.
So the guy's consenting to medical treatment right now, so That's good. It's always good when somebody knows they need help and they reach out and get it. Is that guy gonna go and get some medical treatment, get some help?
He's getting checked out.
Right on.
Yeah, he's not feeling right. And like you said, it came out as a weird call. It's gonna end up being a medical thing.
Yeah, the scanner's always like 9 times out of 10 when we hear it and then when we show up, it's something different. Yeah, it's something different. Yeah.
Mundane stuff we go to turns into crazy stuff, and some of the crazy stuff turns out to be mundane. It's just,
We just filmed one that ended up being a mental health call, but then the guy got taken care of. It was the thing where the guy was walking down the middle of the road and they had responded with less lethal, but the guy complied. He was walking with a pair of garden shears.
oh, that was on that one.
Yeah, it was right in the middle of the road and he had this
That was
big.
that was West Burnside.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but like,
What's the cross street?
The road that goes up to Pittock Mansion.
Oh, that'd be.
Oh, okay.
yeah, but he complied with their orders and calmed down and like they aimed less lethal at him, but he calmed down and then he got some help afterwards.
It's been wild today.
Yeah, it's been nuts on the scanner.
I think we had like 160 calls in that shift. It's like,
According to the union, you guys are still short-staffed, right? Like are they making you do mandatory like overtime shifts? Like, is it bad? Like your workload?
We're not to that point.
Okay,
yet.
okay.
We are
it sounds like it's coming around the corner. I don't know. It's not good.
No, from an accountability perspective, we know that like you guys shouldn't be fatigued. So I'm pro like more officers. Because like when you're fatigued, you're cranky, like your reaction time. It's like, yeah, like, and we don't want to see the violence just because sometimes you're meaner than you should be just because you're sleep deprived, you know.
Nobody's nice when you're tired.
You guys work what, 10-hour shifts?
If you like, so he works swings. Like they get off at 2 a.m. We get off at like morning. But so if we have court, like for me, I don't get to go home and say I go straight to court. No matter when it is. Sometimes they get to go home and sleep for a few hours. And then get up and
And
go
we
straight
have
to
court
court.
too, so it's
And then go
Yeah.
back to work. And
yeah, your sleep schedule just gets
Holy shit! So you get no rim.
yeah.
Oh, that
You get
sucks.
overtime, but it's like, you know,
Well, yeah, it's 3 hours for isn't it 3 hours pay? Like if you do
that's all
court.
union bargaining stuff.
Yeah, I think they give you 3 hours.
The details.
It's probably not worth it to ruin your whole sleep day though. If you're working nights and then you have
that's
to.
the hard thing, especially like you said, you'll have work and then court, you know, a couple hours later, then you got to come back to work a couple hours after that. So you might get, 4 hours sleep, but it's spread between. It doesn't
Yeah.
happen all the time, but it's definitely inconvenient. We signed up for it, so
I got you.
it is what it is, man. How you guys doing tonight? Staying busy?
Good. Like I said, I like that call that I filmed from beginning. I very rarely get a whole call. Like I'm very rarely there before it starts and then film the beginning and then the aftermath. I'm always getting aftermath and trying to piece together what happened. But that was like the gold standard, what we did before, where you're there before the stuff happens and they make the contact and then take into custody. So.
This job can be taken very out of context. We don't have a full picture from every perspective.
Oh, sure.
Your guys,
Yeah.
it's
Sometimes I get it wrong and I feel like a dick about it, but then sometimes when I get it right, I feel vindicated. So
a
it's
great job, man. It is what it
what's
is.
your YouTube channel?
oh, it's Mike Blue Hair.
Mike Blue Hair. Yours?
Yeah.
Robert West.
Actually, I have two. Like, so it's Mike Blue Hair and the Oregon Cop Watcher. So all my new stuff is on the Oregon Cop Watcher. So, yeah. So you'll see this, but like, I promote and upload all my positive contacts just as much as the ones where I'm being a bastard to you. Like, because I think it's important.
I've never had any problems with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I
guys
really
are
try
my
to stay out of your way. What's up?
So you guys are up where I work a lot.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can see effort on our part, right, to stay out of the way. Like, okay, yeah. Yeah. Like the last thing I want to do is make what you're doing more difficult. I just want to get the shot and then, I'm happy and you're happy. So
You guys like those other guys who go and film and then sell it? You can sell the stuff to the media, or
I'm not a stringer. And the reason why I don't do it is because in Portland, they have deals where they have a few pet stringers. Okay, in another city, like if I lived in LA or if I lived in San Francisco, if you get good footage that's usable for TV, you can auction it off and you get paid like a couple $100 a second for the footage. Or like $100 a second for like a 30-second clip. Here they want to give you like a couple $100. I mean, I can make that in YouTube ad revenue in like a few days. So like, it's not worth it for me to run around and be sleep deprived and have 3 police scanners in my car. And those guys, they bust their asses and don't get shit in Portland. Like,
they just don't have the news here doesn't have the budget for it.
They have the budget for it. They just don't want to do it. They have their pet stringers. They have people that that are friends with them and whatnot. But that's how that works. But in other fucking cities, like, check out. There's a YouTube video called Nighthawks or something like that. But it's about professional stringers.
Night Stalker.
No, not Night Stalker. That's a fiction film. There's one about professional stringers that operate out of LA and a couple other cities, and those guys are driving like cars that make like, you know, makes a Lamborghini look like garbage. Some of them are like just, yeah, I mean, they're just balling. Those guys are making so much money in those cities. But LA's got crazy shit.
Yeah,
Like LA SWAT, there's military units around the world that come and train with LA SWAT to do breaching and shit.
the amount of stuff
Like,
they have to deal with.
because they have so much shit that like, but they have so much more practice breaching than military units, so they'll actually train with LA SWAT. So that's like a whole new level of shit that they are able to capture on film. So yeah,
that's something else.
it is. Like LA's another country. It's totally. There's a few cities that are really bad that I've lived in. I've lived in LA. You know, San Francisco's horrible. I mean,
It's not there yet.
no. Portland, in orders of magnitudes of violence or criminality, Portland is nothing like San Francisco or LA. I mean, LA is just,
Crime's really bad here, but as far as violent crime,
yeah.
I don't know what it's like to live in a bad
No,
city. It's
no,
a world.
they do not.
We have
No.
no problem compared to, like I said, like LA, Chicago.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a whole different world.
Yep,
I'm
yep.
getting ready to roll in. I'm gonna check on them. And,
All right.
Be safe, guys.
Well, I think we're done with this video, Bob, unless they're going to take the
Yeah.
guy out. Well,
Dirty cops wanna slam me on the hood. Dirty cops.